Hi everybody, in this morning video from City Insider, I will bring the latest Manchester City update. We'll start with Pep hints City tactical plans for Real Madrid. Pep Guardiola has provided some insight into how Manchester City could play tactically against Real Madrid Tuesday evening. The two European giants will meet once again in the latter stages of the Champions League, having crossed paths in two previous seasons. Each side has experienced crushing defeats and famous victories in what is becoming a nearly annual event in Europe's premier tournament. In the 2021-22 campaign, a high-scoring two-legged affair saw Manchester City sucker-punched in the second leg of the tie, conceding two late goals before being sent packing in extra time at the Santiago Bernabeu. Meanwhile, the Blues got their revenge in the 2022-23 campaign, lulling Los Blancos into a false sense of security after a 1-1 first-leg draw in Madrid, and subsequently thrashing the La Liga giants at the Etihad Stadium in the second leg the following week. Those tactics produced a famous result in the tie, but City boss Pep Guardiola says his team will need to be more aggressive in Madrid this time around. "We cannot come here just to control the game," Guardiola said ahead of the trip to Spain. "We have to hurt Real Madrid, to punish them, to try to score goals. We focus on what we have to do, discover the strength points of our rival and go for it. Focus on the football game." Manchester City have had no trouble scoring goals this season, scoring 71 in the Premier League so far, the third most in the division after 31 games. But clean sheets haven't come as easy to the Blues. With a plethora of defensive injuries, Guardiola will have only Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, John Stones, and Sergio Gomez to choose from, while Josko Gvardiol remains doubtful. Real Madrid, on the other hand, come into the affair with fitness issues of their own and are reportedly set to start midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni at centre-back. Pep Guardiola requests Man City to sign talented 20-year-old winger. According to reports, Pep Guardiola is keen for Manchester City to sign Liverpool Montevideo's Uruguayan winger Luciano Rodriguez, before going across Montevideo to join City rivals Liverpool at the start of 2023. The 20-year-old started his career with Progreso, where he made his professional debut at the age of 17. Since then, Rodriguez has grown into a mainstay in Liverpool's first team, making 44 appearances in all competitions while tallying 14 goals and dishing out 6 assists. With 9 goals and 6 assists in his first season with Liverpool, the winger helped the Uruguayan team win their first ever top-flight title. Since then, Rodriguez has had a successful start to 2024, scoring 4 goals in 8 games, including his first goal in the Copa Libertadores last week. In March, Uruguay manager Marcelo Bielsa gave Rodriguez his senior international debut. Guardiola has reportedly instructed Man City to intensify Rodriguez's pursuit ahead of the summer transfer window, according to Fitches. Rodriguez is reportedly one of the Citizens' top transfer targets, despite competition from Feyenoord, the dominant team in the Eredivisie. It is said that many elite teams, notably Man City and Feyenoord, have expressed interest in the highly rated winger due to his quick ascent to both club and international prominence. South American football players have played for Man City for many years. Among those who have left their mark on the team's history are Edson, Carlos Tevez, Fernandinho, Sergio Aguero, and Pablo Zabaleta. The Citizens have recently made inroads into the Argentine market. Most notably, in 2022, they were able to entice Julian Alvarez away from River Plate. Since then, the forward has established himself as a mainstay in Guardiola's first team and helped Argentina win the World Cup. Claudio Echeverri, an 18-year-old player from River Plate who is highly regarded, has already agreed to join Man City. He will arrive at the Etihad Stadium this summer. Major Lucas Paqueta twist for West Ham. Journalist Graham Bailey reported recently that Manchester City are more determined than ever to sign West Ham's playmaker in the summer. If the case against the former Flamengo, AC Milan and Lyon man is settled, then that seems inevitable, with Man City star Bernardo Silva looking set for a £50 million move to Barcelona. Last night, French outlet Foot Mercato reported that Manchester City have already unofficially agreed personal terms with Paqueta on a long-term contract, with a transfer fee likely to be agreed in the summer. It is claimed that Pep Guardiola admires Paqueta's continued high-level performances for West Ham despite the ongoing investigation into his yellow cards. But there has been a major Paqueta twist for West Ham as a David Sullivan source responds to the Man City deal claim. Agent Barry Silkman was influential in helping West Ham to sign Paqueta from Lyon, and he has provided updates on the player's situation in the recent past to the likes of Claret and Hugh. Silkman is a close confidant of David Sullivan, as is Hammers insider Sean Whetstone. Silkman is not named as the source, but Whetstone has claimed he has it on good authority from someone close to the player that the reports overnight are not true. Reports that Lucas Paqueta has agreed personal terms with Manchester City have been denied by someone close to the player, Whetstone said. The Brazilian remains respectful to West Ham and is concentrated on the remainder of the season for the Hammers. His gambling investigation needs to be officially concluded and City need to formally lodge a bid with West Ham before personal terms can be agreed. The report has all the hallmarks of an agent-leaked story. In February, The Telegraph claimed the reigning champions will only be able to sign Paqueta if Silva is sold this summer. Bernardo play left-back vs Real Madrid. Bernardo Silva scored and assisted in Man City's crucial victory over Bayern Munich in this fixture last year, as Guardiola's side eased past the Germans 4-1 on aggregate. They played Madrid in the semi-finals, and after a 1-1 draw in Spain, Man City swept Carlo Ancelotti's team aside in a 4-0 victory, helped by a vital Silva brace, typically used on the right. Manchester Evening News writer Joe Bray is in favour of shifting Silva onto the left and alongside the likes of John Stones and Ruben Dias in a brave tactic to help combat Guardiola's defensive issues. He wrote on X, "Doesn't look like Josko Gvardiol is in City training this morning judging by the club's live feed, and still no Nathan Ake or Kyle Walker. They travel to Madrid this afternoon. CBS lay Kyle Samuel and Max Aline among the youngsters training." Bray then added, "Hear me out. Bernardo at left back." And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support City Insider.